TV radio. My name is Frank Idemudia Alapa, that's my name. Talking sports, my game. And I am the greatest. I love listening to Better TV radio for undiluted, unadulterated. It's probably replicated, but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Better TV radio. I seriously love listening to it.
I see it's down on iPhone.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakulo, and you're listening to Better TV radio. Stay tuned.
Better TV radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen. You are listening to Better TV radio. Better TV radio. We dare to lead. This is radio like you never heard before. Better TV radio. The pathfinder for radio.
Better TV radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people and creating a community of great minds and values.
I read to it. Well, it is written in the Bible that where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there with them. Well, in Africa today, you have 4 ports, yes, boiling ports. And gathered in those 4 ports are Cote d'Ivoire, Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt in 1 port. In the port 2, you have Nigeria have now moved to port 2. What a time to be alive. Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. In port 3, you have South Africa, will not be made, Cape Verde, Guinea, Zambia, Equatorial Guinea, and Mauritania. And then in the final port, you have Gambia, Mozambique, Namibia, Angola, Gambia, what's it called? Tanzania, yeah. That's all we have there. And we're hoping that somewhere in all of these ports, Emmanuel will take a spoon, state, and be able to conjure accurately the other 3 teams that will be in the same group with Nigeria. I'm living in today as the Wizard of Oz, and a lot of you have missed Emmanuel seriously. It's a chance for him to come tell us where he's been, what he's been doing. But I heard he went on a date with African football legend Asisa Oshwala. And it was a beautiful date. Emmanuel Sebastian, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet. What's wrong with me? I've been talking about Sports Lunch too much, so it doesn't enter my head now. Let me just see what you've done to me. Okay, so Emmanuel, talk to me about your date with Asisa Doshuala first. Did you propose? Did she say yes? And all the rest that followed.
I beg. Good morning.
Good morning. What's wrong? Can you don't like Asisa Doshuala? Is that what you're saying?
I beg.
Oh, she's not your spec.
I love her. You never reached that proposal beat and all that. But well, it's good to be back. It's good to be back on the microphone. I've been away for some few days, and I was looking forward to being an exciting weekend. But just before the weekend, it was a wonderful time.
What's the expectation for that excitement this weekend? You got another date with Asisa?
No. I have a football match this weekend.
Oh Lord!
So I'm looking forward to seeing some
superstars as Abu Aziz. I can bet my life will be there.
It's a charity game, where you play for charity and all that. So, and I mean, the Super Eagles are playing as well. The camp, everything is just exciting and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's me looking up to the weekend and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been 2 days ago. It was wonderful. I had I mean, shout out to Aziza Oshola. There's this thing she do every year, for the girl child. Of course, we know what our academy stands for. How she's trying to help young girls shape their career, not just in football, but also, in terms of education, other sports is involved as well. These kids go through so many learning processes, and that's what she's been doing for a while now. So, fortunately, we've been part of the media partners of this yearly event, and I had to go for the main event that happened yesterday. It's the fifth edition of She Plays. That's the team of the event. She Plays. Yeah, so it's put together by Aziza Mishola. It's a special edition. This one that happened on Wednesday because it was the day of the International Girl Child.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, it was her birthday as well a few days ago. So everything put
On the
together.
9th.
Yeah, just comes out into good form. So it was a wonderful event. Like I said, it's a special edition, and the girls they had mentoring session. They were put through some life skills training. They had some basketball basics education as well. The last year edition, they had this referee. What's his name? I've forgotten his name. I think he blew the Tottenham and Liverpool final in the Champions League. Skumina or something. I'm trying to get the name now, but I was there. So he came, talked to the girls about football at a young age. How referees go through that.
At least they didn't bring all those Premier League match fixers.
So these are a whole lot that happens during this event. I mean, you need to give massive kudos to Aziza Oshola, for putting this together. I mean, partnership with Women Win with Nike as well. So these are top
brands,
top football brands who partner her in this event. So it was wonderful. Yesterday one was wonderful.
I hope these journeyings and this event are properly documented and put together eventually as a video reel, and so that they don't just happen and disappear.
Yeah.
History would have to remember people. My children would never know who Rashidi Yakini is.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to have all these things well documented, because we live in an age and time where people ask you who you help, what do you even do self.
Yeah.
So documenting this thing is not to show off, but just to put the record straight, and so that everybody will always know their level in this thing. This thing we call life. But whatever it is, I'm happy that she did that, and good to know that you're always there and you play your part massively, and beyond all that, you're becoming a very strong personality within the sports media space. If I consider that you are still a newbie, if you allow me to use that word, you're still a newbie sort of, but you've risen through the rank in a very short time, and you're doing things that some other people would even wonder, like, oh, when did you come in? And now you are doing all of this. There's some consistency to how you walk and the way you put yourself first. I want to say massive thank you to you for all of that. It's not easy. People, most times think it's an easy thing to do, but I know how hard and how difficult it is to always, go out there, put yourself, in the face of people. But I just pray that everything eventually will work out the way you dream of it, because, like I say, people go into these things. There is a dream in your mind. There is a reason why you are doing what you're doing, and you just hope that these things work the way you want them to work. If not, you feel disappointed. But I hope that you don't get to that point. But beyond that, let's talk about the African Cup of Nations. Today is the draws.
Yeah, big one we're waiting for, and I mean,
are we at that place in football where we say we're not afraid of anybody?
The surprise rules?
Yes. Bring anybody who played. Are we at that place?
I think so. I think so with the confidence we have in terms of the team players. I mean, I know football is a team sport, but with the barrage of players we have who are doing so well individually. So I think that confidence has to be there, and we have to say, okay, bring on anyone. We can take on anyone. But don't get me wrong. I mean, football is not just it's a team sport. Everybody has to give in their best, and well, I mean, you can't force the confidence from the fans, from the players themselves. I mean, they've adopted the mantra, let's do it again.
Now that's that.
They've adopted that mantra, let's do it again. That tells you about, they believe in the team, that they could go. I mean, that's the target now. Everyone is coming out to say, they are not hiding it. Like, we are going to Ivory Coast to get the trophy. We are going there to win it. So this one is not be where person the twist talk or the mince words. Everybody has that mindset. So that tells you that the confidence in the squad
can we win? Can we win?
It's on paper.
No, let me not use that word. Can means you can answer yes because they can. Can you bet your money on the Super Eagles winning the Nations Cup?
To be honest, if you ask me, I won't. We are one of the favorites, but
really,
yeah, I think we're one of the favorites. I think we're one of the favorites. I want everybody's thought outline to something. You should see them as one of the favorites. I know there are other countries that are more favorites than us, but I think we are
name 3 countries that are ahead of us.
I think Morocco will be there. Morocco, defending champion Senegal as well. Of course, they will always be one of the favorites.
Okay.
Morocco, Senegal. Who's the third one now? I can't really think of the third country. I'll put Nigeria as the third favorite, if you ask me. Maybe Egypt.
The audacity.
They can do one more.
How about Cameroon?
No, I don't think Cameroon.
You think Nigeria is better than Cameroon right now?
I think Nigeria will go for
Cameroon was at the World Cup.
I think Nigeria will go further than Cameroon in this AFCON.
Senegal. So you're saying Senegal, Morocco,
and Nigeria.
And Egypt?
Senegal, Morocco, Nigeria. I'm talking between Nigeria and Egypt.
Are you really serious right now?
Yeah, to be honest. Yeah.
Unaga goalkeeper.
Koye is back.
Oh, so Koye is a good goalkeeper now.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. This is here. I don't know. Now you be the expert. So I'm asking you the expert. I don't know anything. I'm just asking.
I know we don't have a goalkeeper, but I just feel
do you guys for today assume that I'm a Brazilian. So when I'm saying you guys assume that I'm a Brazilian, I'm not in Nigeria. Do you guys have defense, like the defense that can withstand the torturous nature of the African Cup of Nations?
Like I said, I think we can do something.
You could avoid my question. Unaga goalkeeper, you avoid them. Unaga defender, you avoid them. Do you people have a midfield that can win the African Cup of Nations?
We have the defense. We will start working on it now. I'm looking forward to see what.
Where will they work? This is the last friendly games he's got. After now, he's playing the qualifiers next month. November. Yeah. After that, we're going to the Nations Cup.
I think this is the period.
What is it working?
He needs to start, doing something, building that defensive unit. Moving forward.
Wait. Maybe I'm the one that is confused. Because the way you're saying, you're kind of like making it sound like the manager will take chisel and saw and plier and screwdriver and turn these players into what they are not already. So the players are grade. So let's just hypothetically put it at grade A, B, C, D. Yeah, that's the categories of players that you have in football. Let's just play that hypothesis a bit. And our players currently are in grade C. Let me not even put them in D because that means that Cape Verde and the rest might just be. But we are borderline D child, but we're borderline D students. But let's just, because we have Victor Sime and Victor Boniface, let's put us on C. You're not telling me, what you're telling me now is that this friendly match now, the coach would put them inside a time machine or inside a washing machine and wash their sins away, the way Nigerians use the blood of Jesus, and they will automatically levitate from grade C quality to grade A. Are you crazy right now?
No. It's not. I just think we have. How many countries are, in terms of personnel, in as much as we see our defense?
Guinea beat now. Sierra Leone almost give you heart attack, Ima.
We could look at these games and the reverse picture with certain right. In the reverse pictures of this game. Like I said, Senegal, these are countries that are up there. But
if Nigeria come against Senegal in the round of 16, can we beat them?
That's what I'm saying. I said,
if we come against I'm going somewhere. If we come against Morocco, can we beat them? If we come against Cameroon, are you saying that we come against Cameroon, we'll beat them? Then the host country, Cote d'Ivoire. Because since you are arrogantly avoiding that, they are not.
We'll beat Cameroon.
We'll beat Cameroon.
We might just get one over Cote d'Ivoire and all that. I just think we have the players that could go into the AFCON. Like I said, countries there are countries that if you ask me, I'll give you straight.
With your Johnny Bravo team that have attackers,
I'm going to assume we'll get in the group. We should be getting out of the group.
Now that you've raised that, let me take it to the people. Today should not be much of talking. Now the draw today. First off, let me remind everybody that the African Cup of Nations holding in Cote d'Ivoire 2023 is supposed to be 2023 African Cup of Nations, in case people forget, but it was moved forward to 2024. It's 93 days, 10 hours, as at right now, 43 minutes before the kickoff will start. And before the show ends, the hours go don't change, but it will still be 93 days. So let's just say 93 days to the start of the next African Cup of Nations. And Emmanuel Sebastian here is saying that there are only 2, or peradventure, borderline 3 African nations that are better than Nigeria. And then the NFL, the Nigerian football, have come out to say, what's the payoff line? Let's do it again. Yeah. Let's do it again means that we want to add to our 3 that we won in 1980, 1994, and 2013, and make it 4 African Cup of Nations, right? And they believe this. Add to that, the first ever press conference that this coach, Jose Pesero, made, he said he's here to win the African Cup of Nations. You know, the thing is, Warigo say, now who know the house? Now they beat police. Oh boy, to say there, that police, wait. Police call arrest General. And when I let the police carry General go police station, oh boy, to say they are not grab, go beat the police. Now who know the house? Now they beat police. And the way it is now, we've been saying that, this time. But hypothetically, critically, I'm looking at the team and I'm saying to myself, where is the goalkeeper that will win in the history of the African Cup of Nations? Have anybody won the Nations Cup with the type of goalkeeper that we have? Where's that feedback coming from? I don't know. That's the sound leakage. I don't get it. Okay, so but either ways, where is the bastard hope, like the mad hope that we're going to do it again? Where's it coming on which? Because even Jesus said, "You are Peter. Flesh and blood have not revealed it to you." It took God revealing something to Peter, and then that's upon the rock, house on the rock now. Upon this rock will I build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail. Who is the Peter in Super Eagles upon whom you people are building this hope that let's do it again? That's a cocky arrogance, like the British is coming home arrogance that we're taking to this to this Nations Cup that I don't like. It's disgusting as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to say, but again, if you think we're going to win it or we are just 2 ladders behind Morocco and Senegal, well, that's your take on it. But I want to get the people's opinion on it. So if you're on Instagram or you're on the YouTube, like, tell me, looking at the current Super Eagles that we have, are you convinced that when push comes to shove, when the rocks are cracking, that the volcanoes are erupting and the seas are billowing, we have what it takes to steady the ship, to ride the storm, and go through all of the oppositions and win it? Or we're going to have again another repeat of what happened the last time, where we'll victimize Maduka Okoye, or we'll victimize one player because that's what we'll do, or we'll finally say, we said it, Jose Pesero, not Sabi coach. What? When do we start? Or is this the time where Victor Osimhen will be your scapegoat? Because this is a country of scapegoating people. Or we're going to sing the song, hip hip hooray, we have won it, we've won our 4th one. Where is that coming from? But so if you tell me we're going to win it, please give me your reasons for it. Not just give me one line. Yeah, I said that we can win it. No, that's not allowed on this radio station. Somewhere else you can do that. But here, please be very, very critical about your position. Tell me what you think that will win it. And my brother is here. I'm owing this man a Liverpool jersey, and I think it's about time we sort this thing out. Maybe I'll get a dispatch to send, or if I come back from travel. Okay, so let's start with visuals by Uzezi. Visuals by Uzezi. In case of you, those guys who don't know, Uzezi is one of the key producers that produced for us during our production of the Nigerian League, and superstar producer, superstar guy. If you go to us on the Rock and you're watching all those fine things that you're seeing on the screen, this man is part of the team behind it as the Rock media guy. But beyond that, he's a man of many parts. Okay, pretty soon he will also be a CEO of a radio station. We're waiting for that. Very, very unique radio station. I don't think anybody's ever thought about that kind of idea, but we're waiting. Which is why he say I support the team. You see that if you tell me say you support the team, It diverts me because this guy no get any other thing. This is the only human being I know in this world. He not get club. He not they support any club. Only Super Eagles. And Super Eagles they make her cry. This man. Super Eagles. Super Eagles they do to run. What Arsenal they do to Arsenal fans. But let's match on. He said I support the team. My only team I support. It breaks a heart. It breaks my. He loves Super Eagles, but he own babe. He babe. Oh. If he promise he babe, Super Eagles can't they play match. That babe, that girl go. Yakoyo go sit down, they wait for Uzezi no go come. Or we go sit down. What with that Alibaba wife restaurant where we go shop some sakata that year. Edie for Lekki. All those things. You know, you say I support the team. It breaks my heart to see how poorly we play in recent times. Okay. The team only have upfront players, nothing in defense or goalkeeping. You see? I like people when they talk truth. People when they talk truth, I like the word. I can't show you Solomon. Who's time I go wear the yellow shirt? The color is clashing seriously, and it's hard for me. It's making me squint my eyes. I support Sebastian analysis 100% on the teams that might be going into the upcoming AFCON. Morocco, Senegal are the only countries that might be stronger and better than Nigeria. How many times have we had a defending champion that really progressed in the African Cup of Nations?
That's another angle to look at it.
I'm done.
So you saying Senegal will...
The way they rate the Senegal, so are they all that? That's just what...
one of the best teams in Africa.
That's just what I want to know. So, but let me come to the comment. Please, as you're commenting and you're viewing this YouTube live, please just click on like. When I know what I grow, if I grow, you go take money come up on a bank account. And I be a Mayfeli at all. And see, I not forged this YouTube channel. This thing was not forged. It's not this YouTube channel. It's not. I not call anybody name. I'm not talking about Chicago. I'm just trying to authenticate and validate myself. I don't need another person. See, even if article go to court and demand for an injunction that who get this YouTube channel. I'm the verified owner of this YouTube channel. My owner know they treat me like say I be Balabu. My name is Dafi, the elevator one of course. I'm the owner, the verified owner of this. Go to court, they will still tell you, go anywhere, go to YouTube, go to Google, go to their office, so they know me. So you people should treat me like a real person. And I don't identity theft anything. This is me, I'm the owner. See, you cannot, my face is not pulling. It's not mission the possible way you can change your face. So please, when you view it, like it. I'm not talk to anybody. Anybody who invest, I don't know. And I don't know. I just talk my own. Okay, I'm sorry to say greetings. So greetings to you, my guy. Ibrahim Biola say morning, boss. Morning to you. Moses Obasola says, I hail boss. I hail you too. Thank you for the hailing, but when I leave the hailing. Your voice say greetings, Nigeria, Senegal, South Africa, and Tanzania. That are the teams that will be in the group that he is hoping that will be in. Nigeria and Senegal cannot be in the same group. Is it possible for us to be in the same group with Senegal? I don't think so.
The pot. I can't remember.
They're in pot 1, we're in pot 2. So we can be in the same group. Yeah, we can be in the same group. Okay. Are you sure we can be in the same group? Okay. Let's move on. I will check the way it's done later. Adewale Sakase Elabos, I love the jersey. Thank you very much. Let it end there. Don't ask me to give to you. I know we'll give you. I'm just telling you. My wife buy it for me. She go best if I carry a jersey. What she buy for me, give for another person. Sabi girl, my love, how you doing? Say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Aaron Torrego say win the trophy with a question mark, a very big bold one. He said, I will say they may get to the quarterfinals. We are not ready. Forget that Satome and Principe game. When I go beat Emmanuel Sabas inside the studio, hey, Emmanuel, in case you know, NBC know they control this one. No. They're not the one I go the Charlie studio, which just Tuesday way, they tell me, say, hey, David, you know, you cannot talk like this. And I will meet you at the point of your need. I read something your iPhone. I will try something, don't worry.
It's my laptop. Yeah. My website on YouTube ad.
Will you put mute there?
I have already.
On a fire ad. Van Chamuel say Ivory Coast, Nigeria, South Africa, Mozambique. We don't like South Africa. We never already deal with South Africa for the same group for World Cup qualifiers.
Yes, I think we played them at the AFCON too. You know,
yes, South Africa no reach. Leave them when they get out.
I would love to face them.
Ibrahim Abiola say, looking at our score now on paper, we will be saying this team is cool and other countries should be wary of us. But this is my take. I don't think this team is there now. The cohesive is not yet. Okay. So keep me with English. Now keep me with English. Sammy girl says we have fine boy Maduka and Ashawo will kill you. Ashawo prostitution. Okay, Ashawo, I will kill you. Of all the players where you did the team, you don't see Victor Osimhen with the coconut head. You don't see Amaka boyfriend, Victor Boniface. Na Maduka you see. Halotry, it go kill you. I want to say keeper will not get keeper will not get central defense slow like Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Worry, hey God, Robo people not to get bad man. Say our central defender slow like Molo boss. Eastern Studio say Nigeria have defenders. Okay, this guy is always going north when everybody's going south. When they not say okay, let's go to the north, that's when it's going south. Which defenders we get? I better name them. Sammy girl say we just have good forward. Iso say if the players ready to play, I don't see any African team better than Nigeria. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh God.
So how many teams are better than Nigeria? You know, going to this AFCON, heading to this AFCON.
They're plenty.
Oh really?
They're plenty.
Plenty.
Yes, they're plenty. Arthur says Emmanuel go explain tire. No evidence. He go explain. He never say any. I remember. He go explain. He go explain tire. But more they came out. Ibrahim Abela say except if there is rather change in attitude and improvement going forward. But if I'm to place Nigeria in the Nations Cup, I will only give this squad as far as the second round. That's to Luna. As of today, Ibrahim, be coming down. Come on.
At least you should be doing that's better than the last edition.
That last edition,
fantastic group stage.
Now the result, the punishment with the Nigerian football fans deserve. Not qualifying for the World Cup, so that's a punishment that we deserve. It's just that I lost the money. I never recovered from that $1 million loss. I'm my own at the talk. So by now, I've not been rich. Like them they do. Why I go collect somebody 100,000? I go see the insult and joy. No. 100,000 not be naira dollars. I go cost the insult the person to join. And I was like, hey, nothing can happen. Hey God, Sabi Amaju. Tell me Amaju. Tell me just tell you. First off,
because you double the money.
Doing wicked, they give me orgasm. That's a thing about me that people don't know. If I be Amaju, this is what I would do to Davido. This is what I would do to Davido. Every time when Davido gets show, I go take talk, go scatter the show. You know that I finish. Davido, the thing when normal worry person they do, I go bring up, I go turn them into a brand. Then I want two. Because Davido want embarrassment, I'll give him in full. I go arrest Davido a day or the money of any show when they do. He never say anything. Sure, you want brag. I go arrest him the money. I'll put one court case for worry. Put one court case for Lagos. Put another court case for Abuja. Put one abroad. Then more could they fight this fight small.
Well, maybe Amaju doesn't want to go through that.
I want to make I just say if to say na maybe Amaju, because I know say the Amaju why I not say get the money reach to do am. Yeah. Maybe no one, but I'm just saying maybe I want to make God never give me the money what I look for. Maybe if na maybe Amaju, that's what I'll do to Davido. I'm doing it not because I want to waste my money. I'm doing it to make people like him realize that this is not how to trade. We enter a business agreement. You turn them to Super Eagles players, football money. I don't get where the demonic audacity they come from. But I'm not. I went somewhere and somebody asking me, and I say, see, you see this thing where Davido do so. He picked the guy within nice. Amaju is a very nice guy. It's a very soft-hearted guy, nice human being. Oh, fuck with me. Man, I'll get that money. Maybe you try this thing. The problem. Hey, Kaz, say my oga. No, spread this your jersey for us. No, for if now you take a see, you're the only person that will take my jersey and I'll not be bothered. I they call Europe, unfortunately, and then they come aside. Oluyens, he said that trash Davido did is only because he knows Nigeria is sometimes lawless. And I tell you, like the audacity for him to even tweet the things really. you know how when you commit offense, you're supposed to hide. You can't use rope, tie yourself. All the way to itself, go. Oh God. No.
Why did they do that? Like you collect money from the show and you don't turn up. You like.
And then he had the guts to even come out to tell people that he said he wasn't going to be part of the show over a month, and you've not returned it. And in your own word, you said you would double the money and give it to charity. You get money when you beg for the money. You begged for it. There is evidence that you begged for it. And you're there making, some audacity where some people get. And I see some people, first off, Nigeria is really divided along tribal lines. I see some people, it's all cool. You know how much they get? Shut up. You not get money. He not get money. He did hustle.
And he played into the minds of Nigeria.
And
people were like,
the Momo part of us be that. It always work. It always work. It always work. See that Momo button, it always work. The press that button, it always work. But anybody with the objective, you see they look at like this guy. Just now, you just get one issue where almost all your brand with the sponsor you almost take down because of one video where you do. Now you're doing this. It's becoming a pattern. It's becoming a personality pattern. Hey, my mother go say it afishe burel not be to do. Hey, I just laugh. Oloyem says he should be happy he did it to Pinnick because an average American will sue is behind for default. No. Me too. Won't come take your JC too. No, that one you're free. You have it. Then return the money if you can't come for the show. Say we either do charity. I pity people who let social media fakeness think they have money, no money anywhere. Everyone is hustling and not positioning in get. Yes, I agree. Now let's go back to YouTube and see. Ibrahim Abela said, except if there is, okay, I think I read that one. I don't know say, now so we talk all the time. Last time, now so we make math. Now second round, we come out. Emmanuel, there's how somebody's calling your father's name here. Your papa name, they just call your papa name now. And then they tell you, your name is in the list of Chicago people. I say any airport where you pass now, then they check you.
That person when we win Egypt, the first game, win this, the second game, waiting.
I don't know what they think. No, that's not what we're talking. Now let's talk about. They say somebody gets smelly mat. You saw another person shit. Another person. Moke will stay with the smelly mat first. Ademola only say.
Except maybe for you, those wins no swing because the way we started that tournament last.
But you remember when
it felt like
Cameroon,
something is brewing. We're going to.
You remember when Cameroon and I kept saying that this team is going nowhere. And people like what a lot of people got angry with me when I was saying that this team is going on
because the confidence was high.
No, but there was no harmony. There was no harmony in the team. There was no harmony. Football is like music, right? Sound is different, noise is different. Music comes with harmony. There was no harmony in the team. Yeah, we won those games, but there was just no harmony in the team, and I knew it. I kept saying it in Cameroon, but people are like, oh, why do you? I remember somebody asked me. And I mean, why do you always think that you know football more than all of us? Now, Tunisia take shot from 200 yards scores.
It was terrible.
Because I kept saying that the place where our attack they come from is the easiest part of our team to stop. But people, you know this whole emotional thing about Nigerians. I said, even my picky way they creep go stop Moses Simon. Because Moses Simon actually need to dribble people. He dribble himself. There is a whole lot of activities like when you live in Lagos, you think you're the hardest working person. Now traffic, you know they work any hard. Now traffic, you they stay. You spend 6 to 8 or 10 hours of productive time in traffic, and now you not think you're hardworking. You're not actually hardworking. You go office, use office internet to do gossip, look Facebook, look LinkedIn, lie. You see the way Nigerians lie for LinkedIn. All Nigerians get almost PhD. Every Nigerian for LinkedIn, apart from me, get PhD. All of them, they get some extra degree where they get for school. FSSI, CSEK, WSQ, excusez-moi, everything they inside their like.
Which one be excusez-moi?
You know they see you use LinkedIn.
Yeah, I do.
Have you seen people's profile? Just one day, dedicate one day say you want to check all the Nigerians. So you know the funny thing. So when you know whether they wear Ben shoe, if you see their profile, they get PhD, MSc, MSA, MBA, PSI, SSS, PlayStation, Sega, Konami. They get everything. I was like, if you go now, I know you now. You when they see the trek, I got this degree. Please pack the degree for one side. No, that place, no place fake reach LinkedIn. And then they'll come, they offer you services where they're not even they provide. Once they in the travel consultant. So I engage them. Like sometimes I like play. And I say, okay, how many countries have you been to, sir? He said, no, he doesn't travel, that he give people guide on where to go to. I said, but in all of this place, how many you don't experience yourself? Because me, when you talk, I don't go like 60. And they consider I don't get the right to say I'm a travel consultant.
And you really guide too, you should at least go.
At least you don't go the place, you go know where one that alley the day, one places to avoid. Don't come and be like James Alishays, we don't ever enter America, but write about the whole of America. So tell me. And the guy said, you don't understand. I'm being very, very frank with you. I've been to Ghana, Badagry, Cotonou, but I work with this company. We help travelers to travel where to have a traveler's experience. I say you should not be the one talking to me. Get the person in your team and that's really traveled to come have a conversation with me. Maybe you hear that I want to the place where they go, I don't get visa. I know where they go. You the one give me guide. Give me guide on how to travel within Europe. I know Europe as you. I don't understand. This country, no. As Patrick say, no, that's not. I think Ademola only says comparing the team with 2013, which won the cup, I think we can win the cup. That 2013 team go beat this team, maybe like 9 or 10-0. 9 or 10-0. That 2013 team. Leave what Omero, Kenneth Omero talk. My guy, but Kenneth Omero, like I said, the soup way, I need to smoke, you need to drink. The soup way wife cook for her. Chama, which Chama cook for her? It's too sweet. I the affect her. Kenneth, no, Kenneth, if I beat you, talking here. Ademola I say, okay, I don't can read that one. It's about to say, for me, the mentality as a team is not there. Good African players we have, but which will be good African players we have, but as a team, there is no mentality to really break bands, to win. Many of the players just want to be there for the sake of it. This is Patrick wanted to say, many people would disagree, but I just don't know what the problem is. Guda. This is the first time I'm seeing this name. I like the name. Funny enough. Guda. He said, I'm in Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, you're in Cote d'Ivoire right now, right? Okay, please give us a detailed talk about Cote d'Ivoire, their facility, how ready they are, what's going on. And if you can, let's know the situation, the atmosphere. How prepared is Cote d'Ivoire? Nations Cup is kind of like 3 months away. And would you go to Ivory Coast? I don't know if I will go, but let's see. Let me go this one first. I always like taking.
I need to be there.
Okay, no worry.
It's the AFCON.
Bimbo will take you there. As a Patrick, he say, person tell full president to reintroduce himself to the full country. Some people get mind and the country will deal with that. As a Patrick say, I still get that your Brazil number 7 jersey. Lucky me. Yes, sometimes I just be nice to people. That's the thing. But the mistake where people they make me say, no, cause assume say that my niceness na a regular thing. No, it's not a regular thing. Those were the days where they switch in my head off. In my normal day, everyday life, I'm a bad guy. In the words of Eriga, if you be bad guy, people never ever feel call you bad guy again. The worst thing where you go feel do for the life, now you go tell people say you be good person. They will start to work very hard to find the bad in you. Tell people say you dey humble. They go work hard every day. They go do night vigil to find the arrogance and pride in you. But once you just let people, I be bad person, no, I be arrogant person, no, I know humble. It now takes them meeting you to know whether you really be like that or not. And that's who I am. I'm not a good guy. You don't expect good when you meet me. As I also be bad people, so Moko win the bad people World Cup, one and all they click on the like button. So, but let's move on. It's about to say, okay, I think I've read that one. Emmanuel Emeka EE. He said, I wish the game of football is played with only strikers. Sorry. In our WhatsApp group, there is a football bracket of Puma, Nike, and Adidas that have only strikers. That's the only time on the display. On paper, it's only on with strikers. As a backer say, Why person go say no money anywhere? I disagree. 200% I beg money day. Okay. Is it? Share the money. It's also to say Nigeria doesn't have problem with left and right back. Bruno Onyemechi is a very fine defender. Watch out that guy. Then center back Igo Ogbu. Even that Igo Ogbu no go see much play. It's another fine center back. Need to be in the team. Is it Patrick say it's studio? Individuals don't win tournament. Askers, Wenger, and Ericsson, and England. See that one. I go first tell you the coach will not know work and the coach will not work. And then anyway, you can't justify and say play ball. Two monkey posts will play. Monkey posts will play for beginning that year. Now you're not gonna let us see your one. But let's leave. Today is a happy day. Let's not spoil the happiness. Although say I think I've read that one before. Let's move further down. Back to you, Uzezi. No, created that say just joining. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining. Oluyan says visuals by Uzezi says, I really do hope with the friendly games and World Cup qualifiers, the team will improve in its play and hopefully the luck of a good group from the draws favor us. Okay, that's when you know that you're not good. When you start looking for the luck of good group, you know that your team is not good. When you're good, you say bring anybody on, we'll play them. But when you're not good, you say God give us the luck of the draw, like Chelsea, Arsenal back in the day, give us the luck of the draw. We don't want to play the group of death. But when you're good, it's a matter of bring it on. We'll play anybody. Bring it on, bring it on. Okay, Cairo Dafia says team where a Guavon coach won't go anywhere. From the day the NFL pronounced him as coach of the team, I knew we were going nowhere. Papa Jumai say, Oga Idafe, is Davido going to refund? Because I don't understand. Make it not refund now. Make it not refund. Make it a wait. You go say, you go even beg yourself. Is that on these people? I remember when I started my jackpot runs. Now, so one guy way I sure say never reach coach, so no tell me to pay him 200K first. Him sort visa for me. Oh God, those for the plenty. I kept asking, show me those you've sent there. Now make I know first. Last, now me find my admission myself and follow the instruction on the embassy website. Nigerians need to do better research. Nigerians, you know the funny thing, I've seen this thing happen. You know, say if I really do for one night, I don't get money well. Person mama or person papa go carry a picky consider body playboy that we know you. If you go help us, you go help us. You know just want help us. Money not be the problem. Just even give us a account. We'll just start. We'll just pay 500. Use your plug. Give us plug. I not get plug. Oh, that mechanic they use plug. I not get plug. No spark plug. I cannot help you to get a club. I not get. And when I interviewed Martin Tyler. Some people don't watch the video, say, hey, call your guy now, Martin Tyler, make it just introduce. Like the way, I don't know, Nigerians, the one that they think it's strange. Oh. They don't deny me visa once for my entire life. They don't deny me visa once. So I just saw plug, shop plug. No shop plug anywhere. Follow the process. It's just like recently, I go apply for visa. For the same German embassy, 2019, German embassy denied me visa. I tell you now. They denied me visa. They say I came in. That the time I can apply for the visa, this was the reason. That the event that I was going for, before the time of the processing, the event did not finish. So there was no need to give visa. They denied visa. It not permission because they were right. So this time when I apply for the visa, as I do the interview, I tell the guy, I say, I don't come here before. The guy else press. We say, yes. I say, I want to deny me. I say, listen, you see this thing, I'm here exactly 6 weeks to the start of the meeting where they go for. 6 weeks. Processing of visa takes 21 working days. If you are going to deny me, right now, let me know. Because if I give you this 66,500 visa application fee, when I deny me this visa, German government go hear from you. Because I'm not one of those people where they feel like say giving me visa, now opportunity, now privilege, not the opportunity to. The guy got him look with the laugh. He said, why are you talking like that? I see they talk. You know, say go put her for this is microphone with the talk of. I just tell you, you are Nigerian because you are black. You are in Nigeria, but tell you people say one madman come here, go apply for visa. The goal between me and you is that give me my visa. If not, no, take my money now. Look, first, I don't have to look the paper. He said, man, bring the money. I said, no, look the paper first. Now, this paper qualified me for visa. Because my name not there for terrorist list. My name not there for red flag. And I'm not a forger. This is the original copy. I didn't steal anybody's identity. I've been this guy since forever. Even though if you check my educational paper, sometimes my results show Michael Jackson. But that was just me being stupid. But this is me. This is me. I'm not if anybody identity. The guy looked me laugh. When we come out here, I say, what's your hope? I said, it's my hope. When I try, they're not giving me. They only come pay me, they're not giving me 3 months. They're not giving me 2 weeks. Even I said the guy I to say, this guy, I will mess you up. They'll give me 2 weeks. But let's come back again. Nigerians, who would I want to get for the group? When I never answer that question. When I fear or near, no, who do you want in our group?
Okay, I wouldn't want the host, to be honest.
You know, when Nigerian, they say, actually, they won't like it again now. Actually, I wanted to. Those things. When I say a toast girl,
nah. It's still happen, but it's been a while I did that.
Excuse me. Actually, no, they didn't do. Excuse me. My name is Shola. You're Yoruba demons. Actually, I want to phone and you like, you don't get money. I didn't wait for the day when my daughter will grow up. I'm going to tell her all the nonsense tricks of boys. Actually, do you have a passport? You have a passport. That one they lie. What's that? Do you have a passport?
Like they won't carry you out. They won't carry you out.
Now they sleep with people that are. Do you have a national passport? I'm planning on going to Dubai, and I think it's something that we could just go flex. Now lie.
I mean, but talking about somebody's asking, what are the teams? No, I asked before that what are the teams that you think are above Nigeria? I said there are plenty.
All of them.
So somebody was trying to exaggerate on that. I said, please.
So let's put it this way: every team in Pot 1, they're above us. Cote d'Ivoire, Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt, above Nigeria. In Pot 2, Cameroon, Mali,
Burkina Faso,
Ghana are above us. Burkina Faso on the same level with us. Democratic Republic of Congo, maybe 2 inches behind us. Pot 3, South Africa. South Africa be like sports for my head. So even if South Africa are good, you cannot hear it in my mouth. My mouth cannot open my mouth to say South Africa. All the people where we bail out, where they be there, appetite prison, where we bail out. All the Sonny Okosu sing song for. Then call the God. They pay what person when you squat for house, for renters, they call the give attitude. Even if you rent a final house on your house, the fact that you squat up is supposed to respect you. And not be your Bible saying before guy. These people they're not before guys, so they're very stupid people. Even if they're better persons, I cannot agree. Guinea, we are equal. Yeah. I won't equal. We beat them 1-0, they beat us 1-0. If you have somebody fight, you fall me, I turn you. Now we have our back, touch ground together. This is what you say. Are you high? So the group Pot 4 will better pass everybody there. So it's a case of 6 plus 3, 9, 10, 11. Teams play that. About 10 teams in Africa better pass us.
I'm wondering how this person is feeling.
So, I want the feeling. The feeling, I'm not doing feeling anything. I want to listen to one of our shows. And I said, bros, that's how you rate us. I said, no, I need to do it. When I want to be hero, I never win anything for us. All this one at the carry show that the carry. Now, what do I do for a club? I tell her, I said, true, they need to win something. I never do anything for us. True. The coach, as I won the Yabarish, he win Olympics for us. He win Nations Cup. He qualifies for World Cup. I said, you don't qualify for World Cup. Yeah, so he don't qualify Nigeria for World Cup. Osimhen don't play Nations Cup. Say they come make my. I mean, now where they go win bronze where he play 2.5 seconds. So how would they? I said Nigeria. When they talking in Nigerian contest now. I said Nigeria. What did this team don't do for us? When Oyibo was start, I talk her. They almost sacked me that time of real. I said this Oyibo war not going to win pain for Nigeria. Pain, they're not going to win because they're not sabi. They're like 2 left leg. They say, oh no, I'm being this. I said, no, they're not sabi. They feel say they don't arrive when they never even embark on the journey. That'd be the biggest problem. This team, we get players, I agree, but we don't have a team. And it's not even about coaching or about NFL. It's just a group of players who feel that they are bigger than anybody, they cannot be criticized, they cannot be corrected, they cannot be told. You know that the Super Eagles player, this is the first generation of Super Eagles player where they say if you criticize them, they go invest for you. They'll call it Midfield, they'll call people, maybe people can't attack you. They did that with me one time. I tell the two people where I say, you see this thing where you do. The problem with you, we say, you be like somebody will go show, come they hack, they tackle the guy with hold microphone. You go die now. His mic is louder than your own. He controls the show. Eventually, he will insult you to the point you'll cry, come off of the hall. I said, that's what you're doing. This thing, what they do, when I not get any of guy when I go call, may stop me. I know this one player, I know mention it. I go tackle him, he not play for national team. Fear go make another play. If he play boy, if you want to try the boy, and you know if the boy don't come, they play ball. I don't mention it. So it takes people coming together to say, it's like when Chelsea won the first Champions League in 2012. You think it was Roberto Di Matteo that won them that Champions League?
Yeah,
it wasn't coaching. It was a gang of players who say, you know what, enough is enough. Let's get this done for ourselves. That group of players are very easy to coach. You see this last title that Man City won? When they lost the last Champions League finals, they knew. And I remember saying it. I said that Chelsea, Man City will get to a finals and lose to a team that nobody expected them to lose to. And it was just that Chelsea was very terrible that season. But thereafter, the next time they get to the finals, it's a win. And only if they go the Arsenal way of being foolish. Arsenal got to the finals, lost to a team that on that day they were not supposed to lose to because they beat him better than Barcelona. They beat Villarreal that was better than Barcelona that season. They beat Real Madrid, Juventus, teams that were better than Barcelona that season, right? But as a loser, what they should have done in the next couple of years was to build on that and then go on to go and win it. But unfortunately, the team disintegrated and Wenger came up with the let's use Virgin Boys to play football. Whether I want to set up another airline, Virgin Atlantic, I don't know. And then we saw how the team disintegrated. So I knew that was going to happen. If this team can bond together, first they are not friends. And when I say people like Isoft will come and tell you different story, where he's not even close to the team. I have been embedded in this team now for the last 10 years. 10 years. There is a reason why I talk the way I talk. These guys are not friends. They don't like each other. And I agree that we don't really have to be friends to work together. But being friends makes the work smooth and easier. They're not friends. They are divided among one tribal block. The northern boys in the group, the boys who grew up in the north, it doesn't necessarily mean the tribe, but the boys who grew up in the north, from Jos down to up to the north, are in one block. Those who are the minorities, like the Victor Osimhen, bank on their performance, and then the Yoruba boys, and then the born in the abroad boys, they are like that. That's how the Super Eagles are divided. You've been close to the team camp. That's how they are divided. And the funny thing is, I told somebody the other day that when they are pairing these players, if not me, I'm not going to pair any born in abroad player together. I'll pair them with their local player. You know, put them together and make them stay in the same room.
That's actually how they've been paired. You know, the abroad boys are together. You know,
the northern boys are together. This
so
one,
you say you wouldn't do that.
I would never do that. You already give the team, you already enable the wrong clique. You see, this clique is what's dividing the team. You are enabling and empowering it. That's the first thing they should break. But unfortunately, we're here where it's a long shot. It's a long shot anyway.
Well, it's a long shot. Talking about the AFCON draws, we're getting set. Drogba, Mikel, Mane, and Hakimi have been named as the star-studded draw assistants.
And AFCON is hosting it.
What's happening today, of course. I mean, you know, star-studded name being put together. Talking about Drogba, was the all-time goal scorer with 65 goals in 105 international games for Ivory Coast. He scored their first ever World Cup goal in, I think, 2006. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
For Ivory Coast. You know, talking about Mikel, I mean, a legend in Nigeria, 2013 AFCON winner, and also a 3-time AFCON bronze medalist with the Super Eagles.
About Mikel, do you think you are, or a lot of people are beginning to appreciate Mikel now that he left that midfield? And you know when Mikel was Okocha, let's bring back Okocha. Now that Mikel is left, and we now have people like Joe Aribo, people like Alex Iwobi, we know ever Sabi play ball. You know, do you think we're not really appreciating the performance of Mikel in the colors of Nigeria?
I think so. Yes, we are now appreciating it because we've not seen.
I pray.
We've not seen like.
I pray that.
You pray that what?
Iwobi does not retire. Somebody that comes in that will not start missing Iwobi because now so the presidency they beat for Nigeria since. So Because that time we're not going to just
if you look at the midfield now, you have to appreciate what Mikel did with the Super Eagles, because I mean we lack that mood of midfielders in the squad at the moment. And funny enough, people look at it and still call this Alex Iwobi as the best shots we've had.
And that's why I have a problem.
Who's done it the most and all that. So that tells you, the long way we still have in terms of, reaching the heights of players who've done it before and all that. So I think right now, if you look at the midfield, we need to appreciate what Mikel did, way more.
So for me in football, there are times where the individuals rise up to make it happen. But I want to give you a good example. When Drogba and his like were in the Ivory Coast team, they were fantastic individual players playing well in their different clubs. But they come to the African Nations Cup, they always falter. They always, you know why? Because there is a place in football where the ego of the individuals is bigger. Like what you have with the England team that had Paul Scholes, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, and all those guys. Their individual egos did not allow for a team cohesion, right? This is the team, this Southgate team probably always mirror them and tell them that, look, there's nobody in this squad that's better than that team. It's nobody. Harry Kane, you're not better than Michael Owen or with Rooney. Let's be very honest. But you see, the difference between them and you is that you guys have agreed to play as a unit, even though you guys are a bit weaker. So if you keep this unit thing go, you might achieve something for yourself. Unfortunately, they still did not achieve anything. I was asking a friend. I said, Europe have weaker teams than Africa. Europe just have a pool of 6 or 7 very solid teams. In Africa, anybody can beat anybody. Can you confidently tell me that the Nigerian team as it is today is better than the England team that have not won anything in the last couple of years? And the answer is no. Because even in that England midfield is better than the Nigerian midfield. England attack, let's not go good as Osimhen. You're not going to mention Osimhen's name in the same chapter or book with Harry Kane and the guys that are backing him up. Yeah. So when you look at that team, sometimes I try to mirror it. And I was listening to Thierry Henry the other day. I sent the video to Ibrahim Bousso, and he said something about what they were doing at Clairefontaine. And he said from age 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, he was training every day. He said, so when he won the World Cup at 18, to the world, it was a big thing, but to him, it wasn't a big thing because this is what they prepared him for like over 5-6 years of his life. Like, this is what you must do. When his mates were going to school, doing all that thing, he was learning football, how to control it, how to run, how to pass, how to dribble, how to score the goals. You score 10 goals in the practice match, they tell you missed 2, and they focus on that 2 that you missed, so that next time you score 12, because the chances you were given was 12, and you must do 12 over 12. And so when they won the World Cup, it wasn't a surprise. And 20 years later, they go and win another World Cup again. The farm is working. We're here where football have gone scientific, and a lot of these people are not factoring these things in. Look at Morocco. It is not coincident that they go to the semifinals of the World Cup. They invested, they built a system, a structure that produced players. All of a sudden, Moroccan women, when they would play ball, got to the finals of the African Women Nations Cup. Morocco got to the semifinals. In going to that semifinals, they took the scalp. See, in our golden era of the best players, the Amokisis, the Yakinis, the Okochas, and the Pebas and the rest, we did not even see quarterfinals, not talk about semifinals of the World Cup. So all of these things should be put into context. Again, now, everybody knows the soft and solid global power that football have. You think anybody is facing Nigeria and say, let's fall down and die? The anointing what we used to get. You know that there are some things that pastors said to people in the 80s. If they talk to you, if they tell you now, you will slap the pastor's jaw break. You don't understand? Yeah. So the times are changing. My question is, have we changed? Have we evolved? Have we changed with the time? Or was it stuck in the mediocre way of our players will go to Europe, they will be good players, any Tom, Dick, and Harry will be the coach, and when they come together, they will win. And then we will lie to ourselves, the way we normally lie to ourselves, that we have the best players, the arrogance of even saying it. We have the best players. You know that the rest of Africa, they laugh us most times. Like the Nigerians and their arrogance. Nigerians and their loud, irresponsible arrogance. Just they everywhere, they talk rubbish on social media. We have the best team. How do you have the best team? You have a Johnny Bravo. Good attack. Your midfield cannot compete. The transfer window open. You know, when the transfer window opened there, all of us, the only player we once sold, the only Nigerian player we once sold was Victor Osimhen. Yeah. Because we know that he's the only guy that fits the market. We were begging, maybe club come for Wilfred Ndidi. That's our best midfielder. That's our current best midfielder. We knew that Alex Iwobi cannot step up. When Manchester United was looking for a midfielder that would help shore up that midfield, we could not mention Alex Iwobi to go to Manchester United and go and fix it. Or when Chelsea was busy buying players from everywhere, we knew that Chelsea would never go for Alex Iwobi. I don't know if you understand. These are the parameters that you use to judge. This is the perimeter, barometer, or whatever meter that you use to judge, and the rain gauge or whatever to judge and say, okay, are we good enough or not? And then when you look at the defense, everybody was looking for defenders. We were just going to Tete Muyaya clubs. We were not there. So when you wake up and you now say, on the basis of this, we're going to win. And then look at our goalkeepers. Our goalkeepers are keeping clubs in the backside of nowhere. Nobody has statistics on the number of saves that make the games that we play. Champions League night, no go combo you the say a goalkeeper there. At least Cameroon, as Onana did so, Cameroon had the audacity to call him off and say, get out. You think if Onana is a Nigerian goalkeeper, will he tell him like that? We get a replacement to tell Onana, say, Onana, we will not like your ball playing style. Get out, go fit. A local coach, local Nigerian coach, go fit tell him. And still get another goalkeeper that will stand in. No, because when we arrogate this power to ourselves, that's some of these things we need to look now. We'll look at these things and say, okay, but let's forget our pride, our ego. Let's put it aside first and look at these things well. Even if you miss them well, and it's like a good chef. They can't give you meat, way rotten, to cook a good sushi, to prepare a good sushi. The meat, the rottenness of the meat will still affect the flavor of the food. It's just simple. Because you are now a great chef does not mean you will not transform a rotten meat to a fresh meat. A bad meat is a bad meat. And that's what we have. It's not like, oh, that does not like Super Eagles. Nobody's gambled on Super Eagles. Nobody's put a bet on Super Eagles like I have. Nobody's invested his passion, emotion, time, and everything on the Super Eagles like I have. But the thing is, at some time we go tell ourselves truth. We don't have it. We're going somewhere, we might, but we don't have a team. A team, we'll not get up.
All right, someone is already asking what time is the draws today. I think it's later tonight.
I think it's 5 or 7 p.m.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Yeah,
I think that's the time for the draws. Delegations from each 24 participating teams are already in Ivory Coast for the draw. I believe, of course, delegations from Nigeria will be there. I want to believe the NFF president as well is in Cote d'Ivoire.
No, it's not. He's in Portugal. I spoke with him. He's in Portugal for the representative. Yes, maybe Dio or somebody is going to be there. They're in Portugal preparing for the friendly match. Somebody just gave me a better analysis of him. But Bajay says, same with the Argentine team too. Over the years, all they have is stars. But this last World Cup, Argentina came with a team, not just stars. Team wins you the World Cup. The team that went to South Africa 2010 have greater stars. If you look at the name of those players, God have mercy. 2002, they came with what's it called? Batistuta, Sorin, this group, Solano, all those guys who would just tear you apart by their name. But they didn't have a cohesive team. Their ego was bigger because
that's a good point. Actually, good. Because the team that won this World Cup, not really.
You see a player in Argentina that sounds like he's from Ireland, McAllister.
You know,
Molina. Who's Molina? Who's
Molina? You know, Deport. These are guys you wouldn't see as.
Who is Deport? But guess what? They pyramid themselves. They pivot and agree that let's do it together as a team. Even Messi did not see himself as the fulcrum of the team. He plays to the side, gets other people to play. Lautaro Martinez. What's the other one that was running on a bike that plays as Julian Alvarez? Yeah. You see, they were unknown until they won the World Cup. Yeah. One of the lowest ranked goalkeepers in the history of goalkeepers have won the World Cup. But they were cohesive. That is the emphasis that I'm making here. Does that mean I don't like the Super Eagles? I love the Super Eagles. But the emphasis I'm making here is our players never agree, say, oh, but let's bond together. Let's bond together and do it for us. To win the Nations Cup never be a priority to them. Like, oh, guys, this might just be the only thing we do for Nigeria. This might just be the only thing we do for Nigeria. It is this or nothing. The players never say like that. The day they say like that, we'll go on to win.
I think with this new mantra, something might just happen. You know, they might just.
So if I put the hashtag at then I'm a billionaire, billions without my account.
they might just go on and just. I just feel something might just.
I wish
collective decision from the team that they are going there to win it.
I wish you know well. Before you talk on that, to make I read all the things with the ESOP Studio say. Okay, Eze Patrick replied to ESOP Studio say individuals don't win tournaments. Asks Wenger and Ericsson. Okay, I read that one before. ESOP Studio said by FIFA ranking, how many teams better than Nigeria? In 2012, when Zambia won the Nations Cup, what was our ranking? In 2013, when Nigeria won the Nations Cup, what was our ranking? Ranking does not win you tournament. Ranking has never won anybody tournament. Belgium was number one for the space of 2 World Cup. They didn't even see the finals of the World Cup. Croatia, they out of nowhere come play finals, even though they don't win. France was number 5. They still went on to win the 2018 World Cup. So it's not about ranking. Brazil was number 1 for God knows how long. They've not even seen the finals of the World Cup. So ranking is a different conversation. Let's talk about how you play in the tournament and cohesively go and win it. I don't mind them. Not the way them do for us. Just they waste our time. And he said, now so I did watch Nigerian match for office. I shout to say the facility manager come inside and ask, waiting happen. God of heaven. He said, this about Eagles don't show person Pepe nonsense. Ademola only says, I would prefer facing Senegal or Morocco in the first group. It will either humble us or make us. Well, we face Egypt and Mo Salah. I won. Tunisia beat us. It's no, I'm just a reminder, like fact on the table. It's not like I did disprove the talk about. I just tell them, make you know. Starkly, I agree with Elebert. The divisions in the team should be smashed to pieces. Random pairing in rooms is the best way. Great team bonding. This is standard man management, even in the corporate world. I tell you, Side says we have not changed at all. We don't have the best players in every position. We don't have a clear vision for football. And then he went on to say, we will find it difficult to win the AFCON because we don't have a world-class goalkeeper and defense. Our midfield is average. I hope we can somehow put a team together. Sadly said, Nigerians are so entitled to winning. They fail to understand the facts on ground. It does not reflect that the fact on ground does not reflect that we have the best team. Nigerian team is weak in the middle. It's also they say that is why I said if the players ready to play, no team in Africa is better than Nigeria. Now that's ready to play. I agree 100%. Because so in 1992 when Yugoslavia was kicked out of the Euros and Denmark was brought back to come in, even though they didn't qualify, and Denmark's best player, Michael Laudrup, said, I don't want to go because they won't embarrass us. And his younger brother, Brian, and the rest of the team, Schmeichel and the rest of them went to the Euros, and they went on to win it. They won it on the back of, you know what, if we die, let's die. It's like that story in the Bible of the 4 lepers. But if we die here, we'll go. If we perish, we perish. If we die here, we'll go die. If we go there, they will kill us, but peradventure they'll give us food before they would. More not die without food in our stomach. It's not good to die without food in your stomach, you know. And you know, eventually it worked out well, and Israel had food. This thing here is the players, they agree to play. You see this thing, they can play. And as a goalkeeper standing in the goal, if you see your players ready to block, a good example is John Terry. And I'm not mentioning John Terry and negating the Barreses of this world, Alessandro Nesta, the Cannavaros, or the Martinis, or the Abstam, Rio Ferdinand, and this one. But I just want to use him as a prototype to describe something. Arsenal played Chelsea in one Carabao Cup. John Terry is a big boy. At that time, he was a big boy. But I saw John Terry dive in to put his face to block it to walk-out shot. Like, what it concern you with Carabao Cup? Carabao Cup is a cup you can lose and it doesn't mean anything. But it is the attitude that matters. At that point, John Terry is saying to Arsenal, if Arsenal won that Carabao Cup, it would have meant the world to Arsenal. Chelsea winning the Carabao Cup really didn't mean anything. Like, it wasn't a big deal. But to John Terry, it starts with this. Once you start taking this for granted, you're going to take the FA Cup for granted, and then before you know it, you now have that mentality of taking this for granted, and it might slip up. So what do I do as a leader? I put myself on the line, and as a goalkeeper behind John Terry, you see that you say, God, today we die here. Even if it's a penalty, you go save him. You play ball. If the guy where they play next to you, you see the way they give everything, they run, they press, they mark.
It gives you that, yeah.
Your energy, even though say you don't get tired for the game, you know, prefer you ginger, right? Now be Osho Bay, not be one man walk. Carry your side, man, carry my side. I make walk the light. In the Super Eagles, we not get that Osho Bay, that 300 aha mentality. We not get that. It's not like, oh, the individual player, look at Ola, one of the most technically gifted player after Celeste Babayari. And a few other guys like that. But you see, we have players. Hurricane said something recently that when he was at Spurs, if they win, it's a great thing. If they lose, not a big deal. He went to what's it called? Bayern. They won a game 2-1, and everybody in the dressing room was sad. And he was shocked. It was a rude awakening to him. He said, Why are you guys angry? We won. But they looked at him and we don't win like this. This is not winning. We almost lost the game. And once we start giving people the impression that we're not all that anymore, that we can be beaten, then people start beating us. So we need to be beating people 5, 4, 7. Oh, you now realize this is elite mentality. If you go watch the documentary, The Redeem. You know, US team became so easy to beat that anybody was able to beat the American team. They now go and beg, or they now invited Kobe Bryant to come join. This was a team that had everybody, that had LeBron James, everybody that mattered, Kevin Durant. Kobe Bryant walked in there and changed the way the team trained. That's the first thing. It's not the coach who, the same coach now they still get. Everybody now still the same thing. But when Kobe Bryant came in, they go to club and came back, and Kobe Bryant was in the gym. Then they realized, oh, senior man, they gym, and we go club. Everybody went to their room, put on their sneakers, and came to the gym. That's the changer. So in the Super Eagles, we do not have that. Sometimes it's a coach that makes that happen. Some other times it's a player. When Nigeria was going to the Olympics in Brazil 2016, we had struggled to qualify. We had good players. We had Imo Ezike, we have Sodiq Popola, we have Umar Sodiq, we have Oganekari Tebo, Azubike, Xavier Godwin, or whatever his name is. Yes. All of these fantastic players that we had. But there was a glue missing. The team was missing something. Then Mikel Obi showed up. He showed up at the time where the government had abandoned them. The minister said, who sent them to America? And Mikel Obi brought his American Express card and was paying for their hotel bills, paying for their food, and asked them to go do shopping, and he will pay for them. Mikel didn't really have a good Olympics. Let's be honest, to the Mikel standard. Mikel didn't play awesomely. It was Oganekari that started, and he got injured. Then Umar Sodiq took us to the next level, and Sodiq Popola, who came from the bench every time and did well. That really were the guys. And then Azubike, had it going on in the midfield. But guess what? Mikel brought it all together. He was the anchor upon which the boat was holding on. This team no get time. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just giving you the parameters for which teams win. In 1994, the guy who made us win the Nations Cup was a very tiny little boy called Sunday Olise. He showed up. It was 100 years ahead of his time. It was a guy who had the brain of cyborg, but the body of a small human being. He read the team. He understood that when Okocha comes in and do that the nonsense that he calls showboating, he misses the ball. He's going to be there for the team. It's not about Okocha. It's about the team. He did it. Once he gets the ball, he didn't play. Okay, Okocha, go and entertain anymore. Baba, run. He put the ball. It was a telegraph. He sent a fax. He sent the telegraph. And Yakini did justice to the ball. He was always scoring because he knew that as Okocha was hanging onto the ball, the opposition defense were moving closer. They were pressing. It could be a problem. Instead of taking the ball again and still doing that thing, he sent it downtown. And that gap, Yakini could use the gap properly. If Yakini hit the shot, who born you? Who born you? Tonabalogu shot the call. You won't block her. For ball, when we say Shango put fire inside, you decrease. There's only one goalkeeper that bragged saying Nigeria not his scorer. Ahmed Shobia, the goalkeeper of Egypt. And the game ended goalless. I saw how angry Yakini was. Yakini hit one shot, the ball hit the woodwork. He bounced back to the center of the field. That's how ferocious his shot was. But you look at this team, They are in that place where Harry Kane was at Spurs, where why are people that when they lose the game and people are ranting and people are complaining, they told them like, why are people angry? Do they even know how to play football? Why are they complaining? You saw the World Cup qualifiers where the only guy who was crying was Francis Uzor, and he messed up because that goal by Thomas Partey. I don't understand any goal. My grandmother catch that ball, but isn't that what we analysts always say? But the thing is, this team collectively don't feel each other. Match where we just no qualify World Cup collection and I tell what leave everybody because sometimes when they talk these things, if we report football the way English media report football, Nigerians go hate every player in the Super Eagles. Some Super Eagles players, some players will go burn their house. I'm telling you the truth. But the fact that people think that these guys are that good pisses me off. They don't play for each other, and they say football is what is a team game. There is a reason why they call it a team game. This team is not bonded, and having difference, there is no team with more difference than the 94 team. The 94 team, they hate each other since that time till now. Make no mistake about it. This podcast service special delivery was my idea. I was just supposed to be a producer. I have no business being the host. Do you know why that thing happened? I've told you the story before. So it's a pair of Victor Kweba and Emmanuel Bayano. What's the reason? Two players who I felt have a lot of bad blood playing for the Nigerian national team. So they'll be willing to talk. Bad blood on the side of Bayari is he qualified us for the Olympics, got to the Olympics, they didn't let him play. Go watch the podcast we did with Sunday Lisa. You saw it was spilling. It was spilling, right? And they healed there. There are some part that we caught at where he was crying. But we have to come. I mean, it doesn't make sense. But once we said our first guest was Sunday Lisa, Victor Kweba said over his dead body, will he sit on the same set with Sunday Lisa? And when Sunday Lisa heard that it was going to be, oh boy, we paid and rented at a Cote, Eco Atlantic, that tower, that high rise. That's where we wanted to shoot it. Got cars ready. Like, me, when I get the money to do a project, I do it. I don't spare expense. If I not get money, I won't manage. But if I get the money, I don't spare the expense. I always want to show to you that Nigeria can do anything that anybody in the world can do. I will got the whole set. And at least I say, you're not going to move. If Pepper say, you tell me I'm not come home.
What's wrong?
They play the same club of Belgium. Hold on. I look, I say, now my money they go. These guys are not got anything to lose. At least is going back to Belgium the next day. And I can't miss this opportunity. I've been on this since God knows how long. A lot of people don't know what happened behind the scene. Okay, let's go to meeting at Sheraton. Sheraton, that's the worst place ever to shoot a podcast. What people saw, you don't understand the challenges we have to deal with. The whole resetting, re-engineering, re-angling our cameras. Long and short, we did it. And when it came out, remember, on that day, I was sick. I left the hospital, safe hospital, with drip in my hand. Precious came, carried me, took Uber, they go for road. The Uber say traffic too much. It dropped us on the middle of the road. We took another Uber, we got to a hotel. A Sheraton hotel, and we shot. It came out way better than we thought. If you go back, you'll see BD sweat on me because I was on injections and medications, and even with AC on, I was sweating. I was shaking, seriously. And from there, we started going forward. Like, okay, if this is what's going to happen, we can't have this guy. And when we put it up, John Fashion called me and said he wants to do it. And John Fashion is there. I'm here. This is someone who's got over 100 goals in English football. I didn't want to do it, but I still wanted to sit as a producer. I felt sitting as a producer relieves me of a lot of jobs so that I can travel. I've done all the research. I put all the papers together. And then... Samuel Kajeda is supposed to host. John said he's not coming. Not coming.
So now it's Samuel Kajeda and Fashion now.
So I'm not coming. God. How do I do this? You know what? I went back to my team. I said, guys, this is my job. This is my project. I'm going to be the host from now on. I'm going to be the co-host with Babayaru. All of these things that they were supposed to talk about, I'm the one that is researching, writing, and giving to them. Let me do that. Don't worry, I would do. Let's go. Let's say, but bros, You sure it's what you want to do? I said, it's not what I want to do, but right now it's what I need to do for the greater good. That's how I became the co-host of that podcast, Special Delivery. I have no business being the co-host. I'm just telling you how divided they were. But guess what? When it came to doing the job, when it came to getting the job done, those guys were monsters. They got the job done. That's what mercenaries do. Okay? If we cannot be teammates, let's be mercenaries. I worked in Brilla for 13 years. The last 5 years, when I signed my contract in 2012, my colleagues, people who were supposed to be my teammates, put a bet that I will not last for 3 months because Pidgin English was rubbish, according to them. Well, I spent 5 years plus before I got fired. I worked in that place for the long period that I worked there. None of the people that I work with know where I live. I'm just telling you, and I don't know where they live as well. And I don't even have their numbers. If I want to talk to some of them, I have to like, oh, get me their number. We're not friends. But you see, when we go on air on that microphone, bro, freaking bonnet, get the job done. That's the thing that is missing with the Super Eagles. That mentality of we're here. I always go to work with the people are using their time to listen to us. There are 25, as at the time I was in Brilla, there are 29 radio stations in Lagos and over 40 broadcasting into Lagos. And then the internet was coming and there were apps and people can listen to hundreds of radio. So if anybody is going to listen to me, I don't care whether I am not having good relationship. I never had good relationship with Femi Raju. I don't care what I'm not having. When we go on that, what's the show? The last show I do before I close, I forgot to. That's how bad it is. I don't care whether I have a good relationship with him or not. I'm going to kill the show. I don't care whether Tony Beckett is as annoying as a stubborn goat. We're going to do Sunday show, Football Live, and the audience will be filled up. We don't have that in the Super Eagles. I'm not saying this because I want to shred them, but it's just the truth. If the Super Eagles have that, we will not be seeing the schoolboy mistakes of players like Iwobi, what's it called? Because if you look at the Super Eagles carefully, you can tell on the field they don't talk to each other. They don't talk to each other. Their frequencies are not vibing. They're not mixing. You can see Osimhen, Chukwueze, but then after that, that's where it ends. The trunk line cuts. Have you ever tried to troubleshoot your internet? You will see the globe, the router, your computer. Sometimes the link between your router and the computer is good, but the link between the globe and your router is not good. Sometimes the link between your globe and your router is good, but the link between your computer and the router is not good. There is that disconnect, and it's that disconnect that must be fixed before Nigerians will not start saying, oh, we want to win the Nations Cup, or we don't want to win the Nations Cup. But for now, this thing is sports.
All right, talking about Nigeria, the Super Eagles. I mean, let's talk about the team now. We will talk more on the game tomorrow, but I mean,
tomorrow you are who?
Some few changes.
You're no.
So you won't be here.
They go Portugal.
When is your flight?
I'm supposed to fly this night. I'd see you're not crazy like that. I don't get ticket, but I
thought maybe you're flying maybe in the evening or something tomorrow.
If I'm flying any time at the flight tomorrow, I'm not here with you for your show.
Okay, so let's move on the show.
Let's see, Sha. If my flight is night, I might do it and I just run to the airport.
Yeah, so that's it. But I mean, there've been some few changes in the team. Initial players called up, being replaced and stuff like that. Awoni and
Awoni got injured.
Yeah, got injured for Nottingham Forest. Taran Eboyi and Umar Sadiq. Good to see Umar Sadiq back in the squad, even though quite a number of people were were surprised with his inclusion and stuff like that. But this is a guy who was doing so well until he got that long-term injury.
Yeah,
but he's been back for over 3 weeks now.
You're the one that should know now.
Yeah,
so that's your primary job.
So he's not been getting on the goals, but he's still building his fitness. So it's good to see him back on with the team and all that. But the big one, Jamil Collins as well, not the big one, but
it's a big one.
No, the big one is actually Okoye. But Jamil Collins was also a player who had a long-term injury, missed the majority of last season playing for Cardiff City. Was called up, but I mean the manager, his club manager interfered, and he came out to say that Collins will get injured if he leaves for the international break, that the club doesn't want it, and the national team understands.
And guess what? All Collins' injury have come playing for Nigeria.
This one did happen. This long-term one happened at Cardiff. It was his first few games.
He got one small injury playing for Nigeria, then went to Cardiff, and then the thing escalated.
And was an ACL. For 8 months he was out and all.
To get ACL and come back is a miracle.
really hard, really hard.
That's the injury you don't want to get. ACL.
For any footballer, you don't want to.
Once you get ACL.
And for Jamie Collins, it's quite tricky because his position now is hard.
And he need pace to play his position. And if you're ACL,
so it's quite tricky. And for him pulling out, I don't know if this can happen, but I think they've agreed. I want to believe his coach and Cardiff City spoke with Pesero and they agreed on something, and eventually it's got pulled out. The break will do him a lot of good. I think he has 2 weeks break to rest before the next game for Cardiff City. But the major one that happened yesterday was the inclusion of Maduka Okoye. We hear 2 goalkeepers might not turn up for the game. As of yesterday, Olorunleke Ojo was still in Lagos waiting for his Portuguese visa.
This is the team that Nigerians are telling me will win Nations Cup. Team where players they pull out at will. If I'm going for the Nations Cup in January, this is the opportunity to go fight for your place. You're missing out on 2 friendlies. The next game we'll have is the World Cup qualifier. You know that the training camp, when they say training camp, so the training camp does not really do any rigors because the coach is managing you, is at a place where anybody gets injured, he might not be able to replace. So the training camp leading to the tournament is not be any serious training. It's just talk like TikTok, right? You have a chance. One, there are 2 ways to buy yourself. You can buy yourself into the team through the winning the fans. Play a friendly game. Everybody they pull out. They wrap yourself in Cote.
We have to look at the reasons for
some of them not get reasons. Players they dare their club. Say, listen, how many Brazilian players don't ever pull out for any invitation? But invite the Brazilian player, make it tell the country, say,
that's why this Jamil Collins one.
For Jamil Collins one, I can understand.
But he needs to just. He's been a while.
For him, I can understand. You know why? He not going to go play for Nations Cup. No, we know they deceive ourselves. There are some positions that are water don't pass under the bridge. Water Gary don't pass under the bridge. There's no going back on that one again.
Well, for the goalkeepers, I don't know what's up with Olorunleke Ojo, the back. Yesterday we heard he's still in Lagos waiting for his visa.
He didn't apply for that visa properly.
And the game is
he didn't.
So we don't know.
Olorunleke Ojo first, no saying no go play. Olorunleke Ojo knows that going for this game gives him dollar bonuses, allowances. And then he never leave. Let's leave this.
For Adele, it's in Israel. We know what's happening with Israel at the moment. We've not know what's the official reason, but we're just speculating that might just be the reason, stuff like that. But he's still not in camp as it stands. So that is why Okoye was only Uzo is the goalkeeper in camp, and Uzo might just be the one who's saying go for these 2 games, except Okoye gets a run of minutes. So that's why Okoye has been called. A lot of people are like, why not call other goalkeepers, other young goalkeepers, strengthen that position, increase the competition, why bring back Okoye, stuff like that. But what's your take on the return of Maduka Okoye? After nearly 2 years away from the team, what's your take? Do you see this return coming? And do you want to see him turn it around?
I don't know if he wants to turn it around. Because Maduka also, as much as I don't blame him for the Tunisian goal, I don't know anybody that blames somebody for that type of goal. If we were going to analyze the game, the ball passed the midfield. What was the visibility of the midfield? The midfield was 0. Because this is how you analyze from a technical point of view, which I have the right to do. I have a UEFA B license to do that as a coach. So I'm not doing it because, analysts know how to talk. No. So let me start from that. When anybody is troubleshooting a goal that you concede, that ball came from midfield to the Olaino side. Yeah. What were we doing in the midfield? 0. Then the ball went to Olaino. He mistimed the ball. 0. And then 2 center back were there. Then there's also a defensive midfielder who's supposed to close the man who shot the ball. 0. And then the ball traveled that distance and then eventually went into the goal. And then Nigerians were hating on Maduka that he was showing fine boyness. Like, was there a contract that says you must be ugly to play for the national team of Nigeria? I don't understand that. So we chased him out. Is he psychological? Now we're in an era where you judge people's mental health. So I'm not going to be here talking mental health down before they say either he's insensitive. So we've toyed with his mental health, right? And now you're saying he should come back. The Nations Cup is by the wayside. So obviously he will definitely come back. Maduka have not established it. Maduka is not in Vincent Yama's level. It's not on Aloy Agu's level, who couldn't even make it in the national team like on a regular basis. Then not to talk of Vincent Yama or Peter Rufai. That one is reserved for the gods, right? And now he's seeing a chance to still in. My problem with Maduka is not his goalkeeping ability, it's his attitude. Maduka have a disgusting, annoying attitude like Kelechi Iheanacho. Kelechi Iheanacho is one of the best players in the national team. But you see the thing about footballers, when I have to now analyze you and say, like Isov said, if he wants to play, he's the best player, you're a stupid player. I don't come to the mic and say, if I want to talk, I have a job to do, I deliver on the job. Whether you like me or you don't like me, that's your business. And the guy who they sell food, Mama put where you go buy food. She doesn't say, on my day, I can cook the best food. But every single day, she cook the best food for you to eat because that's the way it is done. It's your job. You get paid to do it. People pay a lot of money to get broadcast right, to do all this, to be part of it. So you've got to deliver. You're a showman. That's what a footballer is. A footballer is a showman. Have you ever gone to a magician show or a comedian show and then you reach the comedian and say, make una do the joke, make I just look at you know, it doesn't happen. Or you go to a music concert, even though we know that they will play in Nigerian music, they say DJ track 2, but they will still sing. They will still put energy like the Mashake, the Burna Boys of this world doesn't do DJ anyway. We'll get the energy to get the crowd. That's why people pay money in. So when you're a goalkeeper, first off, Maduka Okoye thinks that he's better than his teammates. He doesn't talk with them. You are the Nations Cup. Even in training, he just goes, does his thing, he goes to his side. There is no hugging, those normal banter that you have. I don't know how he was raised though, but if he's telling me that that's how German people behave, German national team have won many World Cup. I don't think that Germans will win the World Cup if that's how they behave. So if that is how he wants to come back to the team and behave, no need to invite him. That's on the ground that he shouldn't be invited. But right now, we are a drama.
He needs the team members more.
He needs them more.
What's happening? So if you come back with the same attitude,
you remember that time that they saw I know you guys hate me during the African Cup of Nations. Talk true. Let it out. You people hated me, right? Because I was the only one who had the access that you guys don't have. But remember that time you were watching from afar.
It
was like racism. Oh God, some people came and say, Edafe, what do you have that we don't have? I say it's not about what you have. It's about the fact that I paid money. I paid $200,000 to have this right. You don't pay. You are just coming here. You carry your ID card, your accreditation to come and collect content that I've paid for. Are you okay? I can give order that they should travel up now from the stadium. But you know that time they were doing that, prepare for penalty. When they prepare for the Tunisia game, the news came out that 12 players from Tunisia have COVID, blah, blah, blah. And I saw Akpeyi and Uzor, they would go for the ball, they would save or they would miss. You see them. Maduka there, they would just call him, he would just walk. I was like, now in my head, I was like, if this coach now picks this keeper for this match, I know that there's going to be a problem. The goal he considered was not his fault, but I just think he needs his teammates. He needs to bond with them. You know, it's like, remember when Onana did that thing to Maguire in the preseason? And I shared in our family group and I said, oh, nah. It will happen when the season starts. It's not happening. Because somehow you can tell that some players at Manchester United just want to expose him and let everybody know that even if Maguire is bad, you're not in the position to throw him under the bus. So Moku see how good this so-called Eric Ten Hag magician goalkeeper could do. And that's exactly what's happening at Man United. It might be too late. It might still come good again and come save the day at the end of the season, but it might be too late to go compete for the title. Having said that, I think what the players need most is not necessarily coaching of the ball. Everybody in Super Eagles know how to play the ball. I mean, apart from maybe Moses Simon and Chukwueze who don't know timing of crosses, the difference between crossing and cutback. Every other person know how to play the ball. Now, they now need to rely on anchoring their strength on each other. What they are doing is anchoring their strength on themselves. Anchoring your strength on each other means when I go from, guy, I know that I am good at this thing, but with your help, I can go a step further. Yeah. You know, that's why do we do YouTube? YouTube is to create a community where everybody will be on the comment section become part owner of the business. Now realize that, oh, this guy need fuel, but we'll give him fuel. This guy need data, we'll give him data. Like, let's push him so that this channel can be big and we'll grow with him. He can go places. That's the reason why YouTube tells you, when you go that Zoom meeting, that meeting where everybody created, they tell you your greatest assets are your people, but also don't fail to block people who are entitled and feel they can control you because you are the pilot, right? Yeah. But make sure you create a community of people who help your channel to grow. That's the same thing a football team needs. They are not yet a community. They are living like Lagosians. You know, when you live in Lagos Estate, you can know the name of everybody in Lagos, but you don't know the name of people in your estate. That's how our players are playing like. You see, somebody wrote something very nice on Instagram. He say, in this thing, when one person loses the ball, that's okay. I say when one person loses the ball, the closest man will let everybody in the country know it was your fault and you lost the ball. That's the truth. You have to get past that and say, oh, you lose the ball. Don't worry. Let's do it together. That's when we get there, we're 19. And it is that is lacking, that is making me say, we're not going to win the Nations Cup. It's not like, oh, individually, we don't have, we have mani, we have pepper, we have salt, we have the ingredients to cook a good vegetable soup or a goosey soup or bono soup or banga soup or kodo or whatever. But you see, the coming together needs this. You need to put all these ingredients together delicately, and then they agree, they come to a boil, and then you have a good food. Unfortunately, Mangi say, no, I want to be the king, and I need to be seen. You cannot dissolve me. No, I cannot melt. Crayfish is saying, no, I bring spice, so I should not just disappear. And that's the problem with the Super Eagles currently.
All right, this time flies when you're having fun.
But
there's been a whole
time not fly away.
1 hour, close to 2 hours on the show today, and it's time to.
And they borrow you my time for tomorrow.
It's time to almost call it a wrap on the show. We'll be here tomorrow to give our thoughts on the draws.
You will be here.
Tonight. After tonight, we'll know the teams we'll be facing in the AFCON. Then we'll give our reactions on the show tomorrow, and tell you what.
Let me read some of the messages that are here, so that people don't agree with me. We have not changed at all. Okay, I think I read that. Sid says, we will find it difficult to win the AFCON because we don't have a world-class goalkeeper. The defense, our midfield is average. I hope we can, somehow put a team together. Sadly says, Nigerians are too entitled to winning. They fail to understand the fact on ground does not reflect that we have the best team. Nigerian team is weak in the middle. Esau Studio said, that is why I said, okay, I think I read that over. Ivor says, what is the Nigerian football pattern, if I may ask?
This pattern.
I don't think we should be having that conversation. Patterns are determined based on the opponent you play. So it's not necessarily one pattern anyway in football. I don't know, Olorogu, I better teach them, okay? And then Sid says, I remember the shot against Shobia, okay, that's Tunisia 94, last group game. And Sid say, even Keshi's team in 2012, Keshi drove it. Obaregere says, sir, I think the major issue with this team is a generational thing. People of old are more responsible. You can't compare your Kenny's generation to this generation. I agree 100%. I'm not even going to cap or argue against that one. I don't know if you might have any other thing that we would add to this. But
finally, on the show, somebody wants to hear your take on Eden Hazard's career. That's a question from Olu Bade. He said, Elevate, what is your take on Eden Hazard's football career after he called time on his football retirement? In case you don't know, Eden Hazard has retired
at the age of 32.
Yeah, good at the statement.
The right young age of 32.
Yeah, said you must listen to yourself and say stop at the right time. After 16 years and more than 700 matches played, I've decided to end my career as a professional footballer. I was able to realize my dream. Is it counting on the friendly match and the one you played as a kid? I have played and I had fun on many pitches around the world during my career. I was lucky to meet great managers, coaches, teammates. Thank you to everyone for these great times. I'll miss you all. I also want to thank the clubs I've played for, Lille, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and thank the RBFA, that's the Belgian Football Association, for my Belgian selection. A special thank you to my family, friends, my advisors, and the people who have been close to me in good times and bad. Finally, a huge thank you to my fans who have followed me all these years and for your encouragement everywhere I've played. Now is the time to enjoy my loved ones and have new experiences. See you off the field soon, my friends. Those were the words of Eden Hazard after he retired at the age of 32. You would always remember Hazard for his time at Chelsea, fantastic player in the Premier League. He did so well at Lille, but it was little known then. Nobody knew him at Lille and stuff like that. But he came to Chelsea, exploded, went to Real Madrid. We don't know what happened at Real Madrid. So how do you sum up Eden Hazard's football career?
So Eden Hazard is like Ronaldinho. While it lasted, and please, this comparison, I'm not saying Eden Hazard is as good as Ronaldinho. But Ronaldinho gave us a very short career. But in that short career, he hit the mark so well that some people who lived, Ryan Giggs, who lives a million years, cannot even match up. But the difference between Eden Hazard was the fact that before he could even hit that mark, people already started rating him higher than what he's achieved, what he is, what he could be. And so we got lost in the comparison. Ordinarily, the boy Eden Hazard, coming from where he's coming from, it's not like 10 meters away from Togan, his younger brother, right? So he excelled well. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Eden Hazard have a terrible or bad career, but I'm also not going to say that he was as good as a lot of people rated him. This is where, you know, that time where there was a battle between him and Alexis Sanchez. That season, Alexis Sanchez got 31 goals. And Jose Mourinho came out of nowhere and said he was better than Messi and Ronaldo. I think that was the devil that destroyed Eden Hazard. You know, Eden Hazard would have just been seen as, oh yeah, one great player that played for Chelsea, player that couldn't make it at Real Madrid, and everybody relaxed. If people have the audacity to see Michael Owen failed at Real Madrid, and they almost want to remember him for that and forget all the things that he did for the English national team and the things that he did for Liverpool, I'm also putting Eden Hazard in that bracket, but I'm not going to do it the way people do it for Michael Owen. I think that going to Madrid was a disaster. That is built around his personal habit, his attitude, his usage of the talent that God blessed him with, the talent that God gave him. And that's why when I hear people say things like, oh, Messi is a natural born talent, he didn't have to train, he didn't have to do anything for it. I always wonder whether the people when they talk that, whether they be crazy or bad man got from toilets, they shop their brain. Because the thing is, the first entry level requirement for football is fitness. Nobody is born with fitness. You must train to be fit. I don't care what drug that science is going to manufacture. Forget what you watch on DC Legends or Avengers. In reality, goats might be eating yam raw. You might be shop yam raw, their tongue will come aside, will die. So my point here is, in all of this, Eden Hazard, when he went to Madrid, the biggest pedestal of his football career, where he would have really sealed it up, broke the first rule, like Anthony Montana in Scarface. Rule number one, never get high on your own supply. Eden Hazard got high on his own supply. He felt like Samson, that I can always come in. If I enter the field after I'm Eden Hazard. So even when he was bloated, when he went off season and came back blown up, who does that in this modern era? Come on. In this modern era, you don't know how to discipline yourself and keep yourself fit. You eat what you like, you grow, you blow big, and then you have the audacity to look up to training looking like an hot air balloon. So people are going to judge him in different pages of his career. But what he did at Chelsea, I'm not going to forget that. I'm going to say I chose to remember him for Chelsea and pardon his Madrid career and say he was a great player. I wouldn't say he's a Chelsea legend anyway. He was a great player at Chelsea. But if you look at Chelsea legend, the list is very long. And another might be there, but it's up to Chelsea people to decide that one. But I just think he did well. He did okay. Well, you know, that's it.
All right, that's it from the 11 to 1 Sports. Eden Hazard, and with that is a wrap on the show today.
Before we go, there's also another message from YouTube. Obari Gere said that I also feel the problem of the team is that the foreign-born players feel they are superior to the Nigerian-born players. You always see the foreign-born players together. I mean, other people are saying that, but I think the solution to this is, if I'm the FA president, this one is on the FA. If I'm the FA president or the secretary general, I'll call a meeting. Every player that I invite, because cultural dynamics is very, very, very difficult. A hustler will survive cultural changes, but a comfortable person hardly give grant to cultural changes. If I go and marry Otedola's daughter, I will work hard to try to please Otedola. If Otedola's daughter go and marries Obasanjo's son, Otedola have no business trying to impress Obasanjo. If the marriage no work, let them go apart. You see the difference? So most times, these players that come from the abroad have a set way and standard. And it is hard for them to comprehend. That's why when Leon Balogun went on that podcast I was comparing Nigeria to St. George's Park and all that.
Yeah.
And you know, I reacted, and people say, why am I reacting like that? I'm part of the corrupt system. No, I'm not. Oh, Anipool, good to see you here. I'm not. I am a guy who live in a dystopian world, and I'm trying to walk my way through it. I don't live in a dystopian world and pretend like my world is supposed to be utopia when it is not, and it's never going to be until we go to that heaven that people talk about is going there and come back. And it's not going to be a utopian world for anybody. So when you choose to play for Nigeria, understand that Nigeria invites you. Don't be playing for Nigeria and be imagining that you play for England. Most of the foreign-born players that come to play for Nigeria, they've not divorced themselves from that umbilical cord of their country, their prioritized country. Like, oh, I'm supposed to play for Italy. I'm supposed to play for Germany. I'm supposed to play for England. So most times, and let me give you a good example. I don't know if you have it in your family, but I used to have an uncle called Uncle Segine, the late Uncle Segine. Went abroad many years, you know, went to school in Yugoslavia, in England, came back, got master's degree. But my uncle is the only guy that I know, a professor that I know, that would speak 4 words in Orobo and put 2 English words and then continue with Orobo, and it doesn't feel like there's anything wrong with it. So he could say something like, is that the way the Emokina behavior? Like, you're trying to comprehend what he just said. He spoke English, very good Queen's English, and Orobo just enter. And he could say something like, oh, when I was in London, I went on an invite to Buckingham Palace. It says Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is a place where the Queen of England lives, and we went for a tea party. Uncle, where's the Orobo sliding in? Just give me the story, right? But that's who he is. And that culture chalk. And sometimes we're doing something, and then you hear him say things like, that is not how everyone of England, eh? It was too African to be British. It was too British to be African. I call those people confused people. He's confused. He's worked so hard to try to integrate to the British way of life, but at the same time, his original Uroboness has refused to live in. So he tried to cast out the demon of his Uroboness. He didn't ostracize it properly, and he tried to, you know, the Amazing Spider-Man, the one where that black Spider-Man, you know, was entering. So there was the good and the bad Spider-Man in one Spider-Man. And he wants to do good, but then there's the bad also that's coming up. That's what happens with a lot of these guys. So they need integration. But what we do is we just say, they're Nigerians now. They're supposed to understand. No. If the people know better, they will do better. I remember when Ojon, if you ask Ojon, that's why me and Ojon were friends. I'm not his child if I didn't grow up in Nigeria. First time Ojon was going to play for Nigeria, I called him. I was the first person that interviewed Ojon playing, you know, for Nigeria. I called him and I said, Ojon, you have decided to play for under 23, under 20. They were going to Egypt. That team that Lukman was the captain. And I said, one rule you must take with you going to play for Nigeria, once you accept to play for Nigeria, is that there is nothing in Nigeria that resembles the behavior, the facilities, the payment method in Europe. Accept that you are doing charity when you come to play for Nigeria. If they give you your entitlement, or they put you in a good hotel, put you in a good vehicle, okay. But if they don't, go and play. Because that's how people who play for Liberia, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire have always behaved. That's why they play well. If you come here with the mindset that, oh, he was playing in Indonesia at the time, then they don't treat us like this in Italy, oh boy, that mentality, that mental space, you cannot get out of it, and you will not give your best. But if you know, oh, in Nigeria, things are not really done well, but we got to play. Because that's how people like Yakuba Igbeni was able to go to Sudan in helicopter and go and beat Sudan in Omdurman 4 goals to 1 or 4 goals to nothing. That's how people like Yakini and the rest played for Nigeria. Nigeria has not changed. It's actually gotten worse. So don't expect that you come from Italy where your boss that will pick you up at the airport is waiting for you. In Nigeria, when you come, now you go find your way to camp. Now you go to even call, say, but when you come, which hotel will they? You don't know anywhere. So always put that in the mind. And I remember after some time, he called me and said, bros, you gave me the best advice anybody's ever given me in football. And that's how we became friends. So these players need somebody, they call it, when I travel, we have something called handler. When we're doing our production, we go to Cameroon, there's like 2 or 3 handlers, the people who know the danger place and place not to go, where to get things. You need a handler that would like do the initiation into the team and let you know that your expectation should not be here. It should be here. Yeah. So that the expectations of the righteous is not cut short. But we're putting the expectation, the righteous are not putting the expectation where even God is shedding blood of Jesus. So that's why there's so much disappointment. It's like, football, our foreign-based footballers are coming into the national team the way today's girls are going into marriage. They think that every man they will marry will have a washing machine at home, everything will be fine. You just clap your hand, ice cream machine will be there. You just do like this, everything will work. And then they get into marriage and they realize that sometimes they have to buy man give money, the generator will go spoil them. They're not if buy plug will 1,000. And then it becomes terrible. They go to social media and begin to run that demand. But their father was even worse than that. You understand me? Yeah. So we need to have people who can integrate the abroad players in. And again, I'm not blaming the local players. You see, Nigeria, it happens even when we're doing production of the league. Remember, everybody had problems with it. One man we war drive from Syria going come to Nigeria, speak plenty English. Everybody they further for. See the team, the match when they show us now. It wasn't at this kind of match I streamed last season. They will not kill me. That's the point. When Oyibo people come, they speak with that accent. Nigerians they get orgasm. Before we know that they don't fool us where you don't too late, we'll call the one use gra. We'll call the one fight them. I make English and carry almost 550 cents. Because if you sign a contract before that tells you this is where you're going to sit on the plane, you not go fight another artist. That's not your business. Now you're an organizer, get business, right? So we need to get a place where we properly integrate these players in and they know. Expecting that they should know. It's like employing a house help and not giving the house help the list of work that they should do. And then you now come back one day and find out that they did this or they didn't do that. And then you start complaining. You be tell her what you could do before. You expect, say, as the asset call your house, you're supposed to just know everything. That's like one of the big problems that we have. I hope that as we go forward, our leaders will listen, they would understand, and then it will change the dynamics of our work. We could talk forever. I go find money. I need money right now.
More questions are still coming up. This one. So when is Bender Insurance playing their rescheduled game? There are some games today. I think it's today. Yeah, the Rebel Stars take on Rivers
United today.
We'll talk about the NPFL tomorrow. Preview the games for the weekend.
Where's Timothy then? But when you need
talk about that. So we'll talk about the show tomorrow. So stick around on the Sport Buffet tomorrow. Confirmed, I'll be here. I don't know of sports. He's going to be here.
I wish I'm not here.
He's traveling.
But if I'm available, I'll be here.
So yeah, see you tomorrow on the show. And
oh boy, ticket 1.8 now.
Massive.
Oh Lord, I'm messy. But I'm gonna travel this travel, shall. Oh, Juju go stop him. Bad for this money, man. Bad for. Yay. Yes, 1,820,000 something. And that's like supposed to be cheapest too. 2 days ago it was 1.4.
So we'll possibly connect.
I'll go to